Hello and welcome to Moonheart Readings. I'm going to do a reading for you despite my body protesting. I'm really low in energy actually. I wasn't well during the week and I'm just sort of coming back. But I've also had a very busy kind of frenetic weekend and I've just got a few hours actually to myself, and I did pull some cards on myself. I haven't been pulling cards on myself for ages actually, but because I'm feeling so flat, and I suppose I didn't help things by doing a pretty hardcore healing last night as well, which kind of zapped me, and I haven't replenished yet. Haven't had a chance to, but yeah, because I am feeling so flat, there's nothing I can do. That's the thing. I don't have the energy to read. I can't be bothered. I don't have the attention span for TV. I'm not one to take naps, so I've basically got a few hours to kill and nothing to do. I'm running on fumes here, so I did pull a bit of tarot, and then Michael came out. And then I asked him, do you want me to do a reading? I don't normally do readings when I'm feeling this way. I can't imagine that it's going to be particularly entertaining or uplifting for anyone. And I also feel like, when I do them like this, YouTube kind of picks up on my energy and just distributes them even less than normal, if that's possible. But I did ask, I said, do you want me to do one anyway while I've got the time? And I pictured in my head the community card from this deck, and that card actually flipped. So that's a pretty resounding yes. So I don't know. I've only grabbed the one deck this time. I don't think I've got a long one in me. So we're going to go with this Akashic deck. And let's see what it is that the powers that be want to talk to you about today. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oh, is that it? Okay. Fated meeting. That was pretty sudden. Now, did you notice the way I just said that, by the way? That was pretty sudden. That was pretty sudden. Okay. There's a reason I said that. Something may have happened or may happen suddenly. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let's keep going. I really didn't want to do a love reading either. Did you not hear everything I said yesterday about my channel? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. The chess game. Okay. All right. Now, what am I getting? I love this card when it comes up because there's so many different meanings I get. Okay, I am hearing stalemate is a word I'm hearing. I'm also hearing, you're outnumbered. What? Who's outnumbered? I'm really not firing on all cylinders. I don't know why you want me to do this reading today. Okay, can you help me out here at least? You say you want me to do a reading. I'm just, or are you yanking my chain? Why am I feeling like someone's outnumbered? Who's outnumbered? What? Ay, not getting anything. Someone's outnumbered. What do you mean? Whatever do you mean? Some kind of a commitment. Okay. Okay. Now, do you notice, if you've been with me a while, you'll notice by this stage of the game, I would have already said quite a lot. I'm saying very little here, to the point where I'm even wondering why this is happening. I don't know why I'm doing this reading, but I can't speak if I've got nothing to say. The King of Forces, well, gosh, I am feeling an incredible amount of power from him. I really am. Okay, I'm getting something now. Because they know who they're talking to as well. And purple for me is the color of magic. It is the color of magic. We do have some kind of a magician here, but I don't mean it in a bad sense, but he's got all these friends. He's getting a lot of help. He's not on his own. Okay, so that's kind of what I was feeling. He's getting a lot of help. He's getting a lot of help, I want to say, from the divine. And you see there's a color match here as well. There's purple on this card. He's getting a lot of help. There's something that he wants, a commitment. Yeah. I'm going to say Sherlock Holmes over here. Yeah. He wants some kind of a commitment with a feminine who I'm getting from her body language is not particularly interested. I think she's more interested in the book she's reading. Roles can be reversed. I really should say that more often than I do. I just kind of, sometimes it's sort of assumed knowledge. But, in case someone's new, There was an example of that actually in the last reading I did, which I was really, really moved by some of your comments. So thank you so much for those of you who did comment. But yes, I was talking about a masculine. So remember, it always is energy. There's a masculine that I was talking about who was looking through a magnifying glass at very, very small font. And it was actually a woman who responded that that was her. But, in this instance, she may well have been in her masculine energy. So don't take the gender too much into consideration. We just have a particular person who, but see, he's also, I'm getting that he's very far from her. It doesn't have to be geographically, but look at this, at his setting, and look at hers. Yes. So he's very civilized. This is quite wild. So two people from two walks of life. And I feel like this particular person, there is a person who's not overly interested. She's really just looking at her books, whatever they represent. And this guy, or this person, I don't want to say guy or girl anymore. I feel like he's looking over at her. I kind of almost feel like this is him in a higher plane. This is their soul in a higher plane, watching that person very, very carefully. Basically getting, they're getting their ducks in a row is what I'm getting. They're getting their ducks in a row. And there's going to be resistance from the other end, but it's quite futile because this person's outnumbered. There's just far too much energy. There are far too many players. Okay, there are far too many players who want this union, I'm going to say, to come together. Yeah, this commitment. Far too many players. It's not just a matter of one person here and one person there. There are other beings who want this union to come together for whatever reason. Okay. Please, I really feel the need to say as well, try to resist the urge to assume you know who we're talking about. You may, I'm not saying lose all hope. Okay, it's not what I'm saying. But I really want to say that as a tarot reader, because I do feel like there's a lot of channels who are quite irresponsible in that sense, and they allow people to cling on to hope. And what I was told, hopefully I've got enough storage and enough, I'm going to say intellectual capacity at the moment to get this out. I was told that there are some readers who, what they're doing basically is they're grasping from, if you think of it as a web, right? This thread, this thread, this thread, this thread. They're just grabbing pieces from all these threads that are connected to the reader, for example, the viewer. And then what they do is they all go through the one funnel. And so it comes out as though it's one person that you're speaking about, whereas it could honestly be 10 or more people, 10 or more different energies that you're picking up on. And then they all get put through the one funnel. And then that viewer will assume, oh, that's, I don't know, Jason, or that's Sarah. And they'll take all of that. That's very, very dangerous. And they showed me a giant bowl of cereal, but it wasn't like one cereal. This was like, Cocoa Pops with Nutri-Grain, with, Wheat Bix, with Honey Flakes, with Corn Flakes, with regular milk, chocolate milk. It's just a big, ginormous mess, 1, 2, 3, of a bowl. And that's not healthy. It's not healthy for your body. It's not healthy for your mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Why are we going sideways here? The Muse. I've nothing I want to say about you right now. I told you, you know what? I did preface this whole reading by saying 1, 2, 3. I'm really slow today. I don't know why he wants this to happen, but here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I'm only posting because I was told to, but there's got to be something, even if it's only for one. Even if it's only for one person. The King of Scrolls. Oh, he's got his scroll as well. Okay. What do I want to say about it? I was told a while ago about somebody who's been waiting at the gate. Yes, I've been waiting at the gate is what I heard. This person had been waiting at the gate for a long time. All right. What do I want to say about this person who's waiting at the gate? Oh, there's another king. Not the same character. Okay. Now I'm seeing opposition here in the chess game as well. The plot thickens. Okay. 2 kings. Reflection. God, I'm slow today. Over and out. Yes, that's a lovely boat. That's a beautiful moon. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not getting it. I really hope this literally, and I mean literally, reaches the one person who it's for. I don't want it to reach anyone. Gosh. In Crescent. Well, 2 moons again. Let me just get comfy here. So, Michael, you know how you said you wanted me to do a reading? So here's the issue, right? Here's the issue. The issue is I can't lie. I'm a terrible liar, okay? So for me to do this, even if I wanted to, which I wouldn't, because I'd catch some really bad karma, I won't do it. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't do it. So, you know, when you see my other readings and you hear me speak and speak and speak, so sometimes it's quite manic and so seamlessly, that is me channeling. But because I used up so much of my energy and I haven't had a chance to replenish it, I'll do that later tonight. But because I did use up so much of my energy, I'm having difficulty. I'm going to say elevating to the level I'd need to get that communication. Okay. All right. What do you want to tell me about the moon? Well, there he is again. Okay. I'm getting a very meticulous energy from this guy. Oh, the chest came. Okay. He doesn't hurry. There we go. Yeah, maybe that's why Michael wanted me to do this while I was slow. Yeah, okay. I'm channeling this masculine. He takes his time. As Michelangelo did. Michelangelo, it is pronounced. Michelangelo, the sculptor, the great sculptor. He was a perfectionist. And he took his time. I mean, to the point where he eventually just fired everybody that was meant to help him with the Sistine Chapel. He fired everyone. And he went through tremendous physical pain to get that done. And it wasn't even a labor of love in his case. But he was just such a perfectionist. He had such a strong work ethic. Now, what are we talking about this? Why are you telling me that? Because that's what I'm picking up on. That he really takes his time. This guy here. All right. So this, again, please try not to focus too much on gender. This character here is this one, okay? Someone who is happy to wait until he gets everything just right. And he has a lot of help. I feel like I want to say that the universe really, really likes this guy. What did you do in a past life? You've done something right. You've done something right because you've got a lot of people helping you. Okay. All right. What else? 1, 2, 3. What about you? What about you? You know, I'm noticing this horse. Look, one, I'm a sucker for a dark horse anyway. I love dark horses. But this horse to me looks really 2D. Almost doesn't even look 3D. Oh, gosh, that was, should I say that? Well, yeah, I was told something about a masculine that was very quite generic, easy to replicate, and one that was far more original. But why am I telling you that? Okay, so perhaps a person that watches this is going to receive more offers than one, and just be mindful of the fact that ask yourself which one how do I word this? Which one is there no one else like? There you go. Which one is there no one else like? Because that's really important. One of them is shown to me as a bowerbird. The bowerbird with the purple eyes. And it was just used as an example to help me understand. Because I had never seen one in my life. I'd never seen a bowerbird in the flesh. Did not know they had purple eyes. And then one was shown to me as a crow. Now, crows are beautiful. Crows are beautiful birds. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that. I've got videos of them. I love them. Something about the black. The black really gets me, that black mane. And then with the blue eyes. Beautiful birds. But, you know, how many crows have I seen? I don't know where you are in the world, but I have seen many. I don't have to walk very far to see a crow. See a bowerbird, I can't walk to see a bowerbird anywhere. They come to you. The bowerbird comes to you. And that one was a gift from Jesus. I don't want to go back to that reading. I don't want to bore you with the details, but it was, I believe, three readings ago? Something like that. Go back and have a look at the last 3 or 4 readings. 1, 2, 3. And I talked about that bowerbird and what the message was. Okay, 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I'm not talking about physical beauty, by the way. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the essence of someone. Pick the person that is just not replaceable. The Queen of Keys. You just hang on one moment. I think there might be somebody home. Hang on. Okay. No, was just a bird outside. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Keys. I'm actually just going to shuffle again. 1, 2, 3, because I feel like I need to. 1. There. Winged messengers. Again, this goes back to my last reading that I did where I talked about how 2 people need to sit together and potentially have a cup of tea or a drink or whatever it is they want to do. But 2 people need to have a conversation. And I talked about how there were two birds here, 2 messengers. Yes, 2 people do need to have a conversation. But why are you telling me that again? Because I've already talked about in the last 2 readings, the ascent. And it is to do with your ascension. In fact, that came up again in the last reading as well. Yeah, you may be in different continents, not necessarily. May just be from very different walks of life or having 2 very different sets of experiences. But it is for your ascension. It is for your growth. I talked about this connection really trying to push you to reach a higher level of truth. Okay, and I talked about how it was bending the boundaries of your reality. All right, is there anything else we want to say? 1, 2, 3. Cat's got my tongue today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've just done a bunch of editing work as well, so that probably didn't help. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, here it is again. You really want to stamp it home, don't you? Okay, fated meeting. Okay. Well, I'm going to put you underneath there. 2 people are going to, so it could be, a conversation between, and there he is again. Okay. There he is again. This perfectionist, this meticulous person who wants to ensure that everything is right. Okay. So that's another level of meaning for that chess game there as well. You don't hurry in chess, do you? It's not how you win a chess game. But what was I going to say here? It's either somebody you have never met before, so you've met in higher realms but have yet to meet in the earthly realm, or somebody that you need to meet up with. Yeah, so it's going to be somebody that you haven't seen in some time, either way. Now, what's poking out here as well? The Ark of the Covenant, and there he is, Archangel Michael. So the one who asked me to do this reading, the one who's governing this connection, because he keeps coming up in regards to this connection. And the covenant. There is some kind of a promise. There is some kind of a promise. But what is a promise? I want to be careful with how I word this. Because he said also I don't want to turn this into some kind of fairy tale. Oh, there's a promise that you 2 are going to be together no matter what. I don't know that it's that simple. What? Can you tell me what the promise is actually? 1, 2, 3. What's the promise here, Michael? 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. You might have promised just to meet up in this lifetime. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Let's see what's the promise. I mean, I know we've got the commitment card there, but... All right, drum roll. Setting your course, that's a 3 of Wands. See a rainbow there. That's God's promise to us, yeah? The story of Noah's Ark. Okay, so a 3 of Wands. Setting your... Oh, my goodness, Michael... What are you doing? Okay. All right, Michael. What's the promise? What is the promise? 2 worlds. The waterfall. Because I'm getting here as above, so below. That's what I got. I've had this card in so many of my readings and have never felt that before, but that's what I thought. It's coming from above. As above, so below. And see, we've got the two worlds here. Two worlds. So what is going on? I talked recently about how there are, quite often different things going on in the 5D, so in the fifth dimension, to what's going on down here. Sometimes they're different, but I feel in the case of this particular connection, what Michael wants to ensure that takes place is that they both align. And it is to do with love, and it is to do with a commitment. Can you tell me, please, Michael? Yeah, the Akashic Library. It wants